Hey everybody, welcome Dreamers. And today you can already see it, of course, in your screen right now, if you're, of course, watching it. um, we are going to continue with the brick wall. And in the last episode, we were creating the brick wall, and we had like just like, okay, what size of the bricks are we going to do? And I kind of like with grid work and stuff like that. If you want to like curious how I did that, if you have not seen the video, you should definitely check out the first video so you can see like how I made this. And now we're just going to continue. So I'm not going to have like a long intro that I had with the previous one, because like I need to explain a few things, what I'm going to do with this project. But we're going to dive right into it, so you can just like enjoy, grab a coffee or something like that, eat a biscuit, and hopefully enjoy and see how I create. And also learn hopefully, and like so you can make your own brick walls in Dreams. That's the whole purpose of these videos. So I've not really decided on what to do on the other side. I can like maybe like do it two-sided and then changing or altering the other side. That will increase the graphics thermo. I'm not really sure how far we are in right now. Still 1%, so that's very good. That's not going to last long if you're going to alter the other side. But I will just do it. So we have a little bit of like design change eventually. I need to have this in a finer side, and this is not correct. So we need to a much more finer, much more finer. Uh oh, I was like, where is it? But there it is. Yeah, this is better. All right. And now we need to go back to the two, because this is like the one that I'm using for the brick sizes. Okay, let's go. I'm doing it like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, I think. Why not? No, of course not, because this is then 22 actually. I lost the count now, but you're almost there anyway. There you go. So the other side is going in the works. I'm just going to steal this one here, and we probably need to. Depends. Yeah, we need to, of course, have a finer grid again. So that looks normal on the other side. That is 1.8, and then we can go back to 1.2 again. Alright, so we need to make sure that... Oh, we are no longer connected to the Dreams. Probably my internet is down again as usual, or maybe the servers are just going down. Maybe it's just Dream servers are down, but doesn't matter. We just keep recording it. I'm not live, luckily. Okay, so we need to make sure that we're on the right side. This is going to be a little bit tricky. Wait, I don't have to do that. And the reason why I'm saying that is because, like, we need to know where did we stop it, right? But luckily we can see that from the top at least. So I'm just gonna do it like this, just like that, use it like this. Perfect. And then we only need to do it like this. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. That should be enough or not. Yes. It's a little bit harder to tell with the lightning, so what we're going to do is we're pushing the studio light a little bit on, so we can tell. It's going to be a little really bit weird right now, but at least we know what we're doing. And the next one, I think the next one was around here. And this is going to be a little bit Oh, a little bit tricky. Like I said before. I need to know if this is the right location, and it is so perfectly. Alright, so we're going to continue doing that. This one here. And I'm going over there. And then we're going to clone this one, and this is going to be the smaller one. Okay, so we now we don't have to look at the other side anymore, because I know now the pattern and where everything needs to be. So now we only need to clone it down. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. And just double checking it. Looks fine to me. And then we're grabbing the other one, and then it's like bloof, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. And then push this one down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. And we just keep doing this until this side is done as well. Like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 11 is the number. And then we're doing it with this one as well. Like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. And then we're doing it with this one. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. And then we need this one here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Right. Done. We're still at 1%, but that's not going to stay that way 100%. So now we have like a two-sided brick wall that we can use. Now, there is something that we maybe can do still. And that is like adding something on top here in the lines. Yeah, I already know that we were not connected dreams. Like it's not something that I did not know. There we go. I'm not sure if I go for this, by the way, because like if I do that, no, that doesn't make any sense. I'm not sure if I will do it like this, because like if I do it like that, we need to make sure that the clone on top is going to look good. And it doesn't. So I was afraid of that. So we cannot really do this. So we just keep like this, because otherwise it doesn't really make any sense if we're going to copy the other wall on the top of it. That fits much better. And also we're going to like fill the gaps eventually a little bit better. Alright, so this looks all good to me. And now we have like a two-sided brick wall, and I don't see anything weird happening. So yeah, let's turn back the normal light, at least like the default light. This is not going to be the in-game lights or anything, but this is like default light happening here right here. And yeah, I think that this is about right. I don't see. I was like double checking the pattern if I don't make any weird mistakes, and I think that looks good. Okay, so probably I'm going to alter the other side so we can like maybe with like we can do like a window maybe on the other side. That's something we can do, but we can also maybe that the brick is broken, like so we can like there's like a hole somewhere, and there's something like that. So we can like altering um the way of how the brick will be used, and we can like turn it around in different directions, so the wall doesn't always look at the same way. and use it as one single asset would make things a lot better for in my opinion. Now I do see something weird happening. Or not per se weird happening. Wait, let me see if I can. Don't we just need this one? To be over here. Am I that stupid that I was doing that? I think I was that stupid. The only thing is that like it leaves a little bit of a bigger um hole in the middle. But that only means that we need to how am I going to do this in the proper way? Like this? Is that enough? I don't think so. I'm not really sure if oh, I'm not really sure um if I'm going to use grid for this. Because it won't let me. I'm actually going to cheat this time with the precise move. Because I need to have the cape in between. Needs to be identical to the yeah, this is way better. I don't know why I did not came up with that the first time. So if you have seen the first video and you're like, hey Jekta, you could easily do this. Well, Jekta just found out. So now we can just like delete these middle stones. And for some reason it did look really weird. And but now we can like make the pattern even more continue by doing just like this. Boing. So it's like 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. No. I counted wrong. There you go. Now this makes a lot more sense. And we do need to do that also in the side as well. So like this here. Yeah, I don't know why I've not thought of this earlier. Or in the other video that we made. But it's good that we now, like, at least seeing this before we're actually going to paint the whole thing and, like, doing crazy stuff. So, you really want to, like, be ahead of things. Okay, so, as you can see, the it's not really, like, correct here. So, I'm going to try to bring it more into the center. So it looks a little bit like the rest of the... Yeah, this is perfect. So now we can go back to the 1, 2. And keep doing what we're always doing. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. And that's it. Done. I think personally I like this much better. Because now the bricks are like a little bit like equally to each other. Not all of them. Like some are a little bit smaller than the others. And that's totally fine. That's how bricks work. So we need to do it on the other side as well. So we're gonna go in Studio Light and fix the issue. And it's this one here. And all I'm going to do, I'm just going to clone or copy the one that we already made to the other side. I'm not going to like retry, get it precisely correct again. Because we already did that. We already did that on this side. Which one did I remove now? Was it this? Yeah, I need to remove this one here. So that one is cleaned up. And I think that is it, right? Yeah. So we're going to clone this boy here. We only need to go in 8 in order to have it in the right position, like so. Then we go back to 2. And we're going to count again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. And now the other side is also fixed. Perfect, perfect, perfect. Oh, wait, oh, and of course we need to have it in here as well. Totally forgot about this side. It's really hard to see. It's in the mirror line here. Wait. I forgot one here. There you go. And then push this to the other side. Then we're going in 8. So we can match the rest. Then we're going back into 2. 1, 2. And then like we're going to count again. And we can grab it. 1, 2. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. I hope I did. Oh my. Who? Wait. Is it me? Is it me you're looking for? Okay, what is going on here? Is that there's like okay, that is just like how Dreams is. Okay, this is just good. Okay, perfect. So now we have it really good on both sides. Let's turn back the default lighting. There you go. I think we are good to go and go a little bit more crazy. We're gonna bloop. I'm not going to paint yet because like I'm going to now to add more detail. So 1% graphics. I'm going to see if we can increase it a little bit. I doubt it because I think I already got it into its yeah. See, so now we're going to add 2%, which we don't want that to happen. Hey, what's going on here? What is going on there? Oh. Oh, I see. Oh, yeah, so that's happening because like I did the technique with overlapping. So the reason why I have it overlapping is because like it feels a little bit smoother for me to go. I don't know like how else I can maybe fix this. I think because like if we're doing it, I will show you what I mean. If we like push this all the way over there, and if we don't, oh, that still works. That still works like that perfectly. All right, then I know what to do. Then I know exactly what to do. Do, do, do. I'm just going to move these all the way down until we reach this one here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. And that still works. Now, I know that's going to look really weird if if it's just like one single brick, but I don't think that will ever happen. And if that's happening, then we need to, or you can like, then you can always do it like this right here, and then that problem is also solved. Um, so yeah, either way, it works perfectly. So I'm very happy with that. And this is yeah, looks good to me. Okay, so what we're now going to do, I'm going to get rid of the grid, and that rhymes. And now we're going to add more detail in it. Now, I am well aware this is going to cost me graphics. So we need to be like very cautious with this one. So I'm going to bring a little bit like detail into the brick. We need to have like surface snap on. I'm using a donut and making it so small. And we're going to use smear effect. So I can like we're not going to do the middle one because like otherwise we're going to get like pretty weird cloning. So I'm just going to do like very subtle, like not too much, but just that the brick wall has a little bit of like bumping effect on it, right? So that like the brick is not like normal looking anymore. And just make sure that we are always in mirror mode so it saves us time. And I try not to do too much with smear because like I know that smear will add up a lot of graphics eventually. So we have to be very careful with this. So I try to add up a very minimal amount of smear, but just enough that it will. And I have to do the middle parts um, without mirroring because then it looks really weird. Like if I now do it like this, you can see there's like a mirror happening. So I'm not going to do that. So I'll leave the middle parts alone in this matter and do that manually. But we're now just going to create a little bit of bump mapping. We need to leave it alone. A little bit of bump mapping. And like once we have painted and once it like is going to have some reflections, it becomes way more. I don't want to say realistic, but it's going to look so much better than I ever had made a brick wall before. So this is going to be my best brick wall so far. Not saying that this is the best brick wall, but this is the best brick wall that I've made so far. I think, I hope. That's at least my goal with this. The one that most people using is, in my opinion, not the best one. I think it's a good one if you have like creation that you can use on brick wall like this. It's out there in the Dreamiverse, free to use. It's all free. Well, Dreams is not free, but technically it is almost free. It really costs no money. Like it's like what is it, like $20 or something. It's really cheap, and they often put it on sale as well. I don't know why they're doing that, because the game is already pretty cheap itself. Engine. I cannot really call this a game. We all know this is just an engine with a portal hub like called Dreamiverse where you can play games inside, but it's definitely not a game itself. So we definitely do not forget the the parts that we are now skipping because those are the middle parts, and those middle parts are for to prevent mirroring into the sculpture. That's why I'm leaving the middle part alone. But we are halfway there now. And you will noticing the difference eventually. Once we're going to start adding colors. Doo-doo. Try not to smear too long on one brick. I'm very tempting to do so, but the problem if you're doing that, it will add up more like graphics into the sculpture itself, and when that happens, your scenery is going to load a little bit longer in. The asset's going to be load a little bit longer in because the sculpture gets way more complex. So keep in mind for not like adding too much smear effect on your sculptures, because that's something that Dreams is not really going to like, and it will definitely like hit your performance in FPS. Probably not if you have a PlayStation 5, but if you're still on the base PlayStation 4 or on the Pro, you will notice a huge performance impact. So you can do bump effect like I'm doing right now, but keep in mind not to do it too much. If you don't want to do that, if you want to keep it more cartoony style or anything, you can like basically skip the bump effect. But the thing is, like doing this manually on every brick is going to make the brick very unique. Every brick is going to look very unique. Something that like in 3D or in texturing is not very common, because texturing like always have like a certain pattern happening, and now that we are doing it like in Dreams like this, the pattern will be more differently. So alright, so now we only need to, it's very subtle, right? It's like you're probably only going to notice it like when we're increasing the sculpture again. We're not done, we now need to do the middle part. And we need to turn off the mirror mode. There we go. And also we need to do the other side as well. It's a little bit scary, by the way, because like that's twice the amount of smearing. So I'm not really sure if that's going to be very wise. Is it me, or is it still having a gap here? I don't know what's what is that about. I try to like add very small amounts of bumping effect on the stone. Not too much. So don't like press down the R2 button like crazy, because that's something you definitely don't want to happen. I just tap like very softly at the parts that I think that I want to add the smear effect, and the rest is just like let it in the original design. Until we reach the part where it's all good. I can maybe leave the other side untouched, but I don't think that is maybe a good idea, because I'm probably going to be regret that if I leave that untouched. So I don't think I will do that. And the fun fact is, because like we are still in the live cloning section, I do the other side of the thing automatically, which is pretty cool. We're almost done at this side here. All right. Now we all need to go here as well. You're not done. Doesn't matter which one we added because they are live clones from each other. It's like, yeah, I'm not saying like it's like time consuming, but it takes time. You need to have like a lot of patience for this, like um to get that extra body to texture of a sculpt, right? And most sculptures that I do for my upcoming game Aria, I leave that part a little bit out because it has a certain style. And I don't want to go like really too realistic, but it does have like its realistic side, but not like really realistic. It's going to have like a certain art style that I'm going for in Aria. But you will probably see that already in my previous videos. Um, but that's something like you need to consider, like, okay, what is my art style and how is my game going to look visually? Um, I'm a little bit scared that um, I'm a little bit scared that if I do the other side, that it becomes a little bit more complex. But I think so far we're still good. 2%. No, we're not good. We are not good at all. I was afraid of this, to be honest. This is like the scary part of everything. We haven't even touched the other side yet. So if this is already like adding me 1 extra %, we are going to get this brick wall even higher. Um, so that's probably we're going to end up like 3, maybe 4%, which is way too high in my taste. I often like sculpt and aim for 1%. Now you're probably going to say, like, but 2 and 3 is not that much, but you need to keep in mind that you need other assets as well. And if you want to have like if you have like a very rich environmental creation with like a lot of assets, then you definitely don't want to have too much graphics happening at your sculptures. So you can place more sculptures inside, more unique sculptures. So my aim always is the 1%. So if you have seen my videos in the past, you know that I always aim for the 1% graphic. And I not always can do that because sometimes in sculpture cannot be really avoided to have like a little bit more detail and or a separate sculpt. So yeah, we don't really have the other side, but which is a little bit of shame. 2%. I don't think that lowering will save us much. I don't think that we reach. No, and the brick wall is going to look very ugly if we do so. So we cannot really do that, sadly enough. So we have to deal now with the 2% brick wall. But the good side is that it's like two-sided. Oh well, technically it's not really two-sided yet because we have not really done the other side. Um, so yeah, in order to maybe to like already test the reflections of the brick wall, we can like put a sun in this creation and just put the settings a little bit like how you would do in your own game. Um, Do, 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 do. Something like this. Not really, um but the reason why I'm doing the number scene, so I kind of can a little bit feel of what I need to do on the reflections of that wall. So this one going to be on 10%. Color scheme. Um, Bloom effect, I'm going to put it out. Lens of flare, I don't like lens flare, maybe a little bit tiny. And aberration. 8. Okay. So I'm not saying that this is like the setting that I'm going for, but this is definitely a setting that I need to have. And I'm looking at how the bump effect works on this. Okay, so now we need to adjust the settings of the wall itself. Brick wall is not like entirely like rough. I mean, of course, like bricks are like having a very rough, but surface, but they always do reflect a little bit. So never put everything to 100. Also not on the other side, and also not on this side. Reflection is really something, like everything has a reflection, but not everything reflects in the same way. So I would say let like say 90%. So it still has some bouncing light going on, but not too much. Metalness, I don't think we need much metal on here. It's not going to go to a party. um, and I'm not going to touch anything on the painting because we need to paint itself. So yeah. Just see how this is like responding to the light. So we know a little bit better and understand better what the let's see. I think I had this higher. I can't really remember what my original settings were. Trying to recreate it. I have no idea. 24? I don't know. Something like this. This is it's only weird because like I always thought that it really feels that I have like another light. Yeah, but like I need to push this really hard, which is not good. Probably because like we changed, of course, the this one here, but it looks normal to me. These are basically my my color schemes that I often use. All right. But of course we also don't have anything on the ground, so it's really hard to tell right now with these lights. So you actually need to build like a surrounding now. See how the light forms. I think it works pretty well. We have not, of course, not painted anything, but like I need to know like how the light bounce on the stuff like this. All right. Let me put a quick. Ooh, where is it? Switch to these things, so I can like turn that off and on wherever and whenever I want. So for the testing purpose of this sculpt, if you're saving this as an asset, I always delete it, but don't forget to delete this stuff if you have assets. Don't do that. Don't save your assets with lighting effects in it. All right, 2%, and we still need one side to go. I'm going to turn this around, and there we go. What is happening here? Do, do. That looks like a double line to me. Don't know, really know. It's because like it's at the. Okay. There's one thing that we do need to fix, and that is this side here, like what we did earlier on. We can grab it though. Boop, 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 boop. Don't know why that is not want me to grab the sides. Because that's not the side that I want. Why isn't why does it doing that to me? It worked pretty well. Wait, you know what? I have an idea. If you won't let me do this, I will do it myself, Dreams. Oh wait. I need to do first. I need to do it in 1, 2. Otherwise, it's not going to like this, and then we need to adjust it for ourselves in the 1/8. There we go. Now we can use this for the rest. Going to delete this, everything. Pew, pew. Oh, not the entire brick wall. Well, that will save us a lot of graphics. If we deleting the whole brick. That will definitely solve our graphic issue. Alright. Now we only need to copy this one again. That's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So that side is now also being fixed. It looks a little bit weird on this side, but it should be good. Is it me or I don't know? It really looks like this one is. Oh, I don't think it matters too much. As long as we can clone this to each side without any issues and problems. There is only one thing that I am encountering in the mirror part, and that's here. How am I going to solve that issue? We can try to. Oh man, I don't think I can do that anymore. I was like, maybe we can like try to bring them overlapping with each other. Like so. But that means that we need to stretch it out again. On the other side. Like so. That should get rid of the weirdness that was happening. So it should be now that it connects perfectly to each other from top to bottom. So far, so good. And sides can be solved like this, or maybe we can create something ourselves, like the end of the, because this one know how to solve the corners. If you have like a brick wall that's going into a corner, that's actually a really good question. Something like this. Yeah, something like this. Doesn't really look that perfectly, but like you need to like adjust it so I'm not sure if this is the way to do so. I would maybe like come up with a different technique, and having all the bricks in the same direction, so without having the cap on. Basically how I did it with my other brick that I made 2 years ago. So, but that means that we need to do something else. So if we want to still keep using that grid that I have here, right? And that's connecting everything perfectly together. We need to make sure if we can do that still, but then without having the cut so much. So that means, let me see and try if we can achieve this. So I'm going to delete this all again. Let's see if we can create something that is going to look way better. Okay, so now what's happening is like when we are connecting these things together, you're overlapping them. But we need to have here the line in order to do so. Now I can cheat a little bit by moving this particular stone to the other side. But that means that the cap is going to be a lot. I don't really know like how. I mean, like, I know how to like. I know how I did it with the other brick wall. But we need to like. You don't really want to end up like this, to be honest. Like the way how I made this, like you don't really want to end up like that because like you will never get like a brick wall that can like in the end of. I need to think. I need to think. Also, I have a feeling that my life clone was gone. So let's bring that back. um, like this is now like this is correct, right? So this is like something that we need, but we don't really need is how the end, because like yes, it looks good in if we clone it together in one large brick wall, but if we have like a corner, like for example if this is like a house or anything, it looks a little bit dull, because like or we need to have like, or this is maybe where the other side comes in. Wait, I have an idea. This is where the other side comes in. What if we use the other side so it connects the whole structure? What if we just do that? Like, oh, look at this. Yeah, this works. You still can see maybe there is like some weird stuff happening. But this definitely works. So we only need it. We only need the other side. That that's what we needed. That's all what we had to do. And that is actually the. Is that actually the? No, that's not the. So that's what we had to do in order to have a perfect corner. So now we have like a very perfect corner um, for your house. Is it architecturally correct? I say no. Because there's no such thing as one brick over here in this corner. But to be honest, if you look at video games, they don't make any sense as well. So, and people are not even going to notice. People are not going to walk past this building like, hey, wait a minute. I mean, I would, but like, hey, wait a minute, this is not correct. But at least this is like the solution to go for it. So, okay. So the other side is the solution. You only need to twist it around. So we don't, yeah. So we only need to have this side needs to, we only need to only need to adjust then the grid size as well for it, so it matches the stones. Oof. That's what we need to do. Oh man, just like that. Okay, good. That's at least something that I am happy about. So what we do now is we need to adjust the quality on this side as well of the of everything. So we're going to get rid of the grid. Put server snap on. And then we're going to paint. Is my no? Let's put mirror mode on. Let's twist this and paint again. Oh wait, no, we need to turn mirror off for this because what I said before. It looks very weird if you do it like that. I hope I will stay at 2%. I won't lie, I'm a little bit scared right now. That we maybe surpass the 2%. We don't even have painting. But painting is not going to... Yeah, well, painting can add 1% on the graphics terminal. I'm afraid we're going to end up with 3%. I would still be happy if that's like... If it's going to be 3%, I would still be happy. Because it's like it's double-sided. And we can use it for different purposes. So that's a good thing, I guess. But for a brick wall, 3%, I think it's still too high. But I already optimized it as much as I could. I haven't really painted much in smear mode. Alright, and we need to do the other side here. Before we can continuing the actual mirror mounting, need to finish this first. The painting will also add up more probably is going to add up more graphics as well. But hey, there's only one way to find out, and that is by doing it. But so far we are good. I think we are still 2%. We are still 2%, so... Oh, every time when I do that, my... stop spinning. Like, I don't really need to, like, brush it too long. Just a few times. Alright. Those are all the corners in the center, so now we can use mirror mode again and go like crazy on all the others. Because now we don't need to have to worry of like repetionists. I mean, like if you're going to look closely, then you will see repetition. But oh well, it's not really unavoidable. Especially if you're like creating still low quality assets. For its highest purpose. We're almost done with the bump effects. Wait, did I also forgot this side? Oh, okay. Apparently I was not done. I forgot to do the middle part. Oh, it doesn't matter. We will do that later on. First, let's finish this. Keep an eye and watch to our graphics turbo. Still 2%, so it's a good sign. This is also like, if you want to like make wood texturing, this is also a really good way to do that. There are like multiple techniques, by the way. Get this one. And now we need to put mirror mode off. Because we're hitting the center of the sculpts. And now we're just going to do the last few bricks. It's also like very zen, peaceful, calm. Painting like this. No, it's not even painting, but like adding details to the bricks. Alright. How much graphics? 2%! And we now did it both sides. I see that I forgot still parts. So let's turn mirror mode on. Did I forget this one here? Yeah, it looks good to me. Perfect. Right. Okay, so it's a less worse than I thought. Alright, so we are hitting the 1 hour mark again. And so what we did now was we added more detail to the bricks. So we have now like a bump map, so-called bump map effect. That's what it's called. Like it's it like the stones are becoming more like alive because like it has like that, because it's not like a straight stone brick, but it's like it has like a little bit bumpy effect to make it more realistic. That's what we did, and we did it on both sides. So that's very good. So we can just like use our one grid, and we can use now the wall on 2 directionals, which is pretty cool. I really like that. So we can just like combine them all together, put them on top of each other as a 1 brick wall. And you do see some lines as a repetition, but it's barely visible. And it's going to be even less visible if we're going to actually paint it eventually. And to make corners, we only need to like switch the other side, move it a little bit better, so to speak. And there you go. And now you have like a perfectly round corner of the brickstone. You can even do it like this to maybe make it a little bit more. Yeah, it doesn't really matter. You can, or I can do it like this, or you can like do it like so, and then move from that spot again. Whoop. And then you have like a perfectly corner, so you can build up a house like this. I think this is still the best big brick wall that I made so far. You watch it here live on stream. So we are like done for this episode of the brick wall. I'm not really sure if this was an episode maybe fun to watch, because like it was really like testing out in what we could do with like the bumping and like two-sided way. Like it's very time consuming if you have one to have like a brick wall that's going to be look pretty good. And I want to make it like a very cool scenery eventually, like an cyberpunk-ish scenery, just like what I had with this is not like something new. I already had this like 2 years ago, but I'm going to remake an old scene that I made and going to like put a little bit more detail in it, as so to speak. So yeah, thank you so much for watching, and I hope you still like this episode, even though maybe it was a little bit boring. I hope you'll still learn something from it, out of it. I definitely think that the next video is going to be a lot more interesting, because we're going to actually going to start to paint. We did the bump mapping two-sided, and so the next episode is going to be painting, and that is so much more fun, because then the whole sculpture is coming alive, and then you're seeing what this is actually going to look like if you're going to place it into a scene eventually. So again, thank you so much for watching, and hope to see you next time. So if you have not, nah, I'm going to skip that. I'm not going to beg for subscribers. See you next time. Bye bye, and don't forget to dream, everybody. Bye bye.